oppressor, man, T.Y.N. And one of the things I got, so far I got MATAZAPAH on the line. You know what I mean? He's going to be holding it down with me. I got ZAYAN, the camp leader out in Minneapolis, Minnesota. He actually was out there on the front lines when everything was going down. And the video that I saw was an amazing video that I saw that took a whole lot of courage, man. It took a whole lot of courage to get up there and speak the truth, you know. And you know, and I tip my hat to that brother, man, because you know I was looking around and the video was just it was crazy. And so it was some things that I saw in the video that I wanted to point out, especially as it pertains to the people who were there. Also, I got MATAZAPAH on the line, and I got some questions I want to ask him to get his whole take on the thing. So, MATAZAPAH, you good to go?
Good to go.
Okay, Most High in Christ. Now, one of the things I wanted to kind of go into first was basically just to let everybody know that these are the things that happen to us at the hands of the oppressor and at the hands of the other nations who rule over us every single day in America. You know, these things happen to us because, just to be frank, our people don't like to listen to anything. So, in turn, we have to find out the hard way, you know, and it's not totally the people's fault. It's the so-called leadership that has been over black people for the last, 60, 70 years, and they constantly sell us out for money. They constantly never say what needs to be said, to power, and basically these are the things that happen. So, MATAZAPAH, would you say that the people that this is the people? Okay, would you say that this is something that Shalom, Lord of Christ? That's QADASH ZAYAN?
Yeah, kind of QADASH ZAYAN.
All right, Most High in Christ. So my question would be, I think I was talking MATAZAPAH. My question for you is, do you think that this incident that happened, do you think that this is enough to make black people and Hispanics mad enough to affect change?
I absolutely believe it will not make black people mad enough to affect change. Okay. Reason why I say that, because another holiday is coming up. Mm-hmm. Black people got about 30 days before July 4th come up, and it's going to be like, brother, everybody who's mad now is just going to be mad for a time period, and then we're going to be back into the spirit of America as soon as the next holiday comes up.
Officer QADASH, you want to chime in? Same question for you too as well. Matter of fact, Salakia, could you please introduce yourself and let the people who's watching know who you are?
Yeah, can y'all hear me? I'm trying to get the background noise out. Can y'all hear me clearly?
Yeah, we can hear you clear.
All right. Hey, Shalom, y'all about to jump out the top to all the brothers. Shalom, y'all about to shout all the sisters. I'm Officer QADASH ZAYAN.
It sounds like you kind of muffled, Salaki. It sounds like you kind of muffled a little bit.
All right, let me try this real quick.
Yeah, it sounded like you was kind of muffled a little bit.
Hello. Is it better right now?
Yeah.
That's better?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I was saying, Shalom, how about you? How shout out to all the brothers. Shalom, how was some mala? How about you? How shout out to the sisters? I'm Officer QADASH ZAYAN out of the Minnesota schools. You know what I'm saying? Can't beat over the Minnesota school. All right.
Okay.
Out of the ISUPK under Commander Jermaine Hunter, of course.
Okay, Most High in Christ. So, you was basically, I wanted to go to your video. Real quick, I want to go to your video, and I just want to let the people know, because this video was heavy. Like, I was watching the video, and I would just like to say that this video, man, it shows a lot of goddamn courage, man, because I looked out at that crowd. You had about, man, they had to be at least about 200-300 people watching you, maybe even more than that. Just from what I seen in the camera, it was just, you know, like that was like the epitome of camp. You know what I'm saying? Like that right there was just like, you know, it was amazing to watch and just, you know, to see that the brothers were standing strong with you, and you could clearly see that the Lord was with you the whole time. You know what I mean? So, Most High in Christ. So if I could, I just wanted to play a little bit of your video, just so that people can see what I'm talking about, and then I'll come right back to y'all if you don't mind.
Okay, no sweat.
All right, here we go. Okay, now that was just one, that was just the boot kiss, right? Now, one thing about the boot kiss, right, where I noticed, if I could, I noticed that it was a girl that was saying that y'all was wrong for making that devil get down and kiss y'all boots. So what would you say to this? How could you explain the thinking of those people who were against what they were seeing while they was watching that devil get on his knees?
Well, that's a clear example of what you call Stockholm syndrome, and the effects of not my white Jesus. You know what I'm saying? That's that white Jesus. That white Jesus cannot be on the ground kneeling, kissing no black man's boots. And then it's on the back of this brother. He want to kiss boots. On the back of this brother, an apology for a brother who was just choked out by a devil in your community, in front of your face. And he's not, and you're not even allowed to have a devil show an act of humility and want to apologize, which is a very small thing. You know what I mean? But that's a very clear example of Stockholm syndrome, self-hate, what the Christian church has done with our people, with this white Jesus. It's all those things brought up into one, and it came out into their sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, we out there showing all this love and to our brothers. And you want to get riled up and get upset about a devil wanting to kiss our boots. Like, where was that same energy at when that brother was getting choked out? He would still be alive if you had that same kind of energy for him. You know what I mean?
Right, and you so right when you say that, because you know, like when you look at like I remember I was interviewing Officer Reall yesterday, and he said one thing that was heavy when he said that he pulled out the scripture when it said that, you know, no greater love than a man that can lay down his life for his brothers. And the reason that nobody did anything, they was watching this cop choke this brother out. The reason that nobody did anything was because they were afraid. And they were just thinking about their life. You know what I'm saying? And so they didn't even react. You know, like they could have, you know, threw a water bottle. I think I remember you had said that in the video, like, you know, why nobody threw a water bottle or brick or something? You know what I'm saying? They could have got together and said, look, you know, like, okay, we're gonna throw all this water, this devil about to get all this water, you know what I'm saying? All these water bottles that we got, the Fiji and everything, and he about to get it all, at least that way that he could move, and then the brother could get another breath of air. You know what I'm saying? At least, you know. But just if I could, you know, what I see is that, you know, like, okay, if black people say that they're mad, and you had brought this out too in the video, and we're gonna go to that too. But if black people are like truly mad, you know, if you're truly mad, cool, I hear you. But if you're mad, then are you mad enough to put the weed down? Or, you know what I'm saying? Are you mad enough to, you know, give Christmas back, give, you know, Thanksgiving back, and give July 4th? Because remember, on Monday, when we was out there celebrating Memorial Day, so was that cop. That cop was out there celebrating Memorial Day, you know, with his family too as well. And just like every other, and George Bush, you know, Donald Trump, all of them was out there celebrating Memorial Day. So it's like, are we mad enough to the point that we'll give what America has given us back? You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry. So my question would be to both of y'all would be, are African Americans mad, or is this just something that will fade with time? And I believe you kind of touched on it, but I didn't really get QADASH's answer to that question.
Right. No, and to I wanted to say, glory to the Most High for earlier. I heard, for the kind words and everything about everything that went on that day. And all glory to the Most High for that, and for water for that. But it's unfortunate though. You know what I'm saying? That, like you said, it will be a phase because it's not enough to make people do the things, to make the change that really needs to happen. Which is, you got to be mad enough to not kill your brother no more. You got to be mad enough to not treat your sisters like whores no more. You got to be mad enough to not poison your brothers and sisters in your community with these drugs. Right. And they're not that mad yet. Right now, this riled them up enough. Of what I've seen being out there, this riled them up enough to say, okay, we're not going to march and sing. The police come through here, maybe we might, what I'm saying, run them up out of here, throw some bottles now. Now we're going to break a couple windows is what I've been seeing. Now you want to ride, you're not just finna sing and dance, but that's not the change that needs to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you see a police officer commit a crime in your hood, when you see a police officer killing your brother in the streets, you know what I mean? Then, you don't allow that to happen. But, you know what I'm saying? But what the change that really needs to happen so those things don't happen in your community is you have to be the example in your community and clean up. Like the scriptures say, the kingdom of heaven is within you. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be the change that you want to see in your community. And you got to be angry enough to love your brother like you love yourself. That's right.
So, MATAZAPAH, so would you, I like one thing that I noticed from seeing the video that you put out, and plus the videos that was on the news and stuff. MATAZAPAH, would you say should we let white people into our protests?
I mean, that'll never work. It'll never work protesting with the oppressor against the oppressor. Like, how is that actually? That's like an oxymoron. But I think protesting is not radical enough. All protesting is black people walking up and down the street, chanting whatever you chanting. But then it always like the spirit always dies out because it's not radical enough, to affect change.
Right.
One thing that I was seeing was like, Eric Garner was 2-3 years ago.
Right.
He was saying the same thing. And then black people rioted, or I'm not sure if that was necessarily a riot, but I'm pretty sure we protested and we was angry. And then it just died down. And then 20 more murders happened, and then this is, it's just like we, the spirit, the fire that we need to have to be mad. We're never able to actually keep it up. It always dies out after a week or so. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm pretty sure they got some black leaders on the damn airplane on their way up there. They probably got some black leaders on the train and some rental cars to go tell black people to go in the house. Go in the house and stop it. You wait for justice to wait for the court system to give you justice and stuff like that. You know what I mean? When the court system, the system in America was never put in place to give us justice. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think black leaders are going to go up there and rock everybody to sleep and calm the energy down.
So you're saying that we shouldn't let white people into our movements, our protests. It seems to me like, white people.
Of course not. I mean, we have to just totally separate from them. Period. Totally, separation is the key. When you look at history shows that anytime we was separated from these people, then we always prospered. We prospered. It's not like bad things haven't happened or nothing, but it's clearer. It's clearer who the enemy would be if we were separate.
Right. So QADASH, what was like the general feeling of the atmosphere when you was out there and you was speaking?
The people, like I said, the people, and if I could just touch on, that whole should we let white people in? Because it was interesting about all the white people that was out there. If I could touch on that real quick.
Yeah, you got it. You got the floor.
Yeah, I mean, so just being out there and seeing what they were doing and seeing everything, it was definitely pointless. The only way that they want to help the protest, all they can do, open up them bank accounts and send all the money that they have to us. That's if they want to help do anything at all.
That's right.
Open up them bank accounts and give them tributes and pay it and let us take, and then donate all the money that they have, to us so we can, do our own thing. That's right. That's the extent of their assistance. Everything else is just ridiculous and stupid. Because like I said, they, when they out there, black people still love them more than they love their own self. Like I said, when we was out there and we teaching and we blazing and we, teaching them, letting the people know what the solution is and how we're going to get out of this hell that we're in, it was all good. But as soon as the devil wants to come up and kiss the boot and show, some humility, now that's a problem. Now you ready to turn on your own brother.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And that's the problem. Like, the separation has to happen. Like these brothers and our brothers and sisters, they had such an infatuation with the white man that it's absolutely ridiculous. But the atmosphere out there, like I said, the people was yearning for what the ISUPK had and what we were giving them in the solution. Because they are, there is a spirit of being tired. They have all this anger, but they don't know where to put it. It's like an anger and all this rage without a purpose. And so they was loving hearing that purpose. But it was like, you're not mad enough to actually, like, that's asking too much of you to change, to be a better man, to be a better woman. And it was like, man, I have to do something.
That's right.
We ain't blaming you for this devil coming over here killing you. But I'm telling you, the solution for it never to happen again is for you to make some look in the mirror and make some changes.
That's right.
And serve the Most High and things like that. And so that, they was hitting, they hitting it, people was loving it. And like I said, they turned that, the marching and the singing stopped, and it turned to, they forced that anger and aggression towards the devil when he came through. The devil tried to roll through, try to intimidate them, and they ran the devil up out of there, broke the cop car windows out and things like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's that's misplaced anger. Like I said, that's a small thing. We got to look at the big picture, which is, getting the kingdom in. You know how we do that. You know what I'm saying? By keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments and things like that. But it was crazy, man. Them brothers, man, I want to congratulate my brothers, for standing strong in the midst. Because, man, we started speaking. They was down there at a whole nother part of the march, talking about peace, no justice, no peace, chanting or whatever. We turned on that microphone and got the blazing, and the whole crowd swarmed. There was over 1 million people out there. Over 1 million people was out there. They came and swarmed all around us, man, and you know what I'm saying? And they was yearning for it. You know what I'm saying? And but when they heard what the solution really was, it's like, man, is that something that I can actually do? Am I really mad enough to do that? And so, right now it's looking like a riot. They out here rioting right now. Flipping over cop cars, busting windows, and really fighting for this justice. Because they tried to petrify them with the devil getting fired. The devils who was responsible for the murder. The devils who murdered our brother, the terrorists who murdered our brother, they got fired. But we out there letting them know, you don't be satisfied with the devil losing some money. He has to lose his life. He has to be in prison with the rest of the murderers.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And
that's.
Can I add something to that real quick?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Because what the brother said was so heavy as far as, as far as we can't be happy with them just simply losing their jobs, because when you look at, even on the news, they said that, when they check the records as far as up there in Minnesota, when cops lose their jobs, 9 times out of 10, they usually get reinstated. You know, they either get reinstated there, or a lot of times these cops, they'll just go to Atlanta and go get a job as a police officer. They'll go to Florida, go get a job as a police officer, and do the same thing. You know?
That's right, and like, you know, really, and what both of y'all said is like, it's so right. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you really come with the actual solution to the problem, you got to understand, like what QADASH was saying, is that part of that getting justice and getting all the things that you want and that you're mad about, it comes with you changing yourself. You know, and a lot of our people are just not willing to give up their self. You know what I'm saying? And like one thing you said earlier, MATAZAPAH, was like, you know, that July 4th is coming up. So it's like, is this enough to make you say, you know what, I'm not going to barbecue on July 4th? Is it enough for you to say, you know what, I'm going to put this lean down, and I'm going to put these cigarettes down, and I'm going to start figuring out how I can serve my people? You know what I'm saying? So because as long as we want to kill ourselves, as long as, you know, we don't want to change, things will just never change in America, and we'll always be in this same position, and we'll be coming back. Like, because if you can see on the screen for the people that are watching, where it says justice for Eric Gardner, you know, it's the same exact. You know how they say, if you don't change, then you're destined to repeat. You know, you're destined to repeat the same thing over and over again if we don't change it. And we see that, you know, before we were saying justice for Eric Gardner, you know, I can't breathe. And I went to that protest. And what I seen while I was out there it was a lot of people that was, you know, they were laying on the ground taking selfies and, you know, hashtagging I can't breathe and stuff like that. And one thing that a lot of us, what we should know is that we can't get free of oppression from a hashtag. You know what I'm saying? And from just looking back, just kind of just watching it, like watching the different videos and watching QADASH's video, I just seen like it was a lot of like you know, black people hugging white people, and I'm like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like that scripture say when it says that, you know, we teach the evil one our ways. Like if it's cool, if there's white people that feel a certain way about the police, you know, if the police feel a certain way, I mean, if white people feel a certain way about the police, you know, killing black people, then white people should go and protest when they're not killing black people. You know what I'm saying? Like, go do y'all protest when y'all doing y'all protest. But to me, it just seems like when white people are out at a black protest, right, it seems like the white people are going to be able to exercise their white privilege more than the niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, the niggas is going, you know what I mean? They only can take it so far, but the white man, he gonna walk right up to the, you know what I'm saying? He gonna walk right up to the police line, you know what I'm saying? Because he's gonna exercise his white privilege. And it's really like, to me, it seems like when white people get into black protests, it's like, it's safe. It's safe for white people to do it. You know what I'm saying? And rather than them going on their own and then having a protest against their own people, it's just something that you never see them do.
Hey, and if I could, Jelani, it was funny that you said that, because something with the riots that was going on, right, and the people doing it, you would see the white people go up to the thing and you know, piss the cop off enough to run behind the black man, to like piss him off enough to kill the brother. You know what I'm saying? It was really, like you said, you know, some of the tactics. It's like they trying to be the ones to cause the problem, you know, to cause the myth that they have.
Right.
There was a lot of little white on white scats and little white on white type of thing. One white man slap another white man out there. There was a lot of little white on white things to try to stir up the pot. You know what I'm saying? Like they were trying to get a rouse out of people. Like it seemed real. Like they had a lot of undercover white people running around the crowd trying to spark fires here and there, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
Like that. That's what I was seeing. You know what I'm saying?
If I could, it's so heavy that brother said that, because they have a history of that. They have a history of sending undercover people in there to create mayhem, to you know, make the riot look like it's just, you know, like it's black people just tearing up everything. You know what I mean? When it a lot of times it'd be them throwing the bottles, it'd be them flipping the cars and setting stuff on fire.
So
in the midst of us, they're in the midst of us doing it.
Right. So QADASH, what is no justice, no peace, and justice or else? Like what does that mean? Please tell me.
It means it's the equivalent of barking, or the equivalent of you know, when somebody standing in front of you, like, hold me back, you know,
right.
I don't know, like, you know,
right.
quick shuffle on the feet, you know, quick shuffle on the feet to my mad dog face, or whatever, you know, whatever comedy joke you want to do.
right.
You know, it's the mad dog face. You trying to, you know, act like you're gonna pump faking. It's the equivalent of it's cowardness. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, it's absolutely ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Because there has not been no justice. I think the church I think they had a shirt that said, "I still can't breathe." Like, I still can't breathe, brother. They don't know how that song pissed me off so much. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they killed him and choked him out. You talking about no justice? I still can't breathe. I'm still getting choked out. I'm still dying, and you still gonna sing and march about it.
Right.
It is absolutely ridiculous, man. That is a joke. It's an absolute joke in this comedy. What that is, you know what I'm saying, pump faking, barking, like that little bitty dog that barks all the time. As soon as you walk toward it, it runs off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man, it's absolutely terrible, man. It was like zombies out there. You know what I'm saying? Until we you know what I'm saying, we came out there and stirred their spirits up, man, and
that's
gave
right.
them a bit of courage. You know what I'm saying? And things like that, and that's what they need. But like I said, they don't want the solution.
So it's like
you said, they want a little bit of, you know, breaking a couple windows. You know what I'm saying? They want to, you know, be out there doing a little something, and that's going to be enough. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this devil does get, maybe this devil gets, 6 months at Camp Cupcake. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that might be enough for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And so it's like if I could, and what you're saying is so right. It's like, okay, like for the people that sit home and say, well, you know, white people ain't bad. Because remember MATAZAPAH when they used to say that racism was just in the South, right? They used to say it was just in the South, man. Remember they used to say Alabama, Mississippi, oh, see, they racist down there. They not racist up north, right? But then we see stuff happening in Minnesota, you know, and that happened Monday. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't something that happened back in the 60s. It wasn't something that happened, you know, a long time ago. This is stuff that we're dealing with today. You know, Ahmaud Arbery, we haven't even got through with that yet. You know what I'm saying? Before another one comes, and it just constantly shows that the white man, he constantly shows his true colors over and over and over again. And then you got the simple Negroes who want to say, well, you know, it ain't all white people. See, there's good cops out there. You know, there's real good cops out there, you know. But see, those cops, I don't never see them, you know. And then don't let me forget, and this is as a sidebar, let's not forget that Chinese cop that was over there holding black people back while the cop had his knee in that brother's neck. He's Chinese, right? Was he Chinese? So he was Chinese?
No heart, no compassion, no sympathy, no empathy, no nothing.
So he was Chinese or something?
Yeah, he was Asian. I don't know which kind of Asian, but yeah, he was one of them Asians.
Okay, so he's an Asian, right? So okay, for one, he don't got no damn face mask on. Two, you know, the Chinese was just boo-hooing throughout the whole COVID-19 pandemic because they were being discriminated against. And for him to openly come and discriminate against our race just shows that their lack of concern for us. And they just, and it's so right with what King David said in Psalms when he said that they are confederate against thee, you know, because all these nations that rule over top of us, they are all in league with the white man against us. And see, we can't never get out of that whole cycle because the so-called leadership, black leadership, just wants to relegate a certain issue to one specific person. So they say, well, this cop, he was the only cop that was racist. All the rest of the cops, they not racist. Only him, the one that killed. And you know what he's doing? That cop that got fired, he's home right now eating cereal, watching everybody, you know, watching everybody tear up his colleagues, his co-workers' cars and everything like that. And he's sitting home, you know, sleeping good in the AC right now, not worrying about a damn thing. And I guarantee you, and mark my word, I guarantee you that he probably got a GoFund account that's already making money. Like his GoFundMe is probably already at like $200,000, $300,000. So when he steps out to go to court, he's gonna have like the best Jewish lawyer that he can find to go and fight the case. So it's kind of like, you know, we done been through it so many times. I got a half of mine to just be like, okay, so when is somebody gonna say we forgive you somewhere? I don't know, you know what I'm saying?
And one thing, man, that really, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, pissed me off is, you know, like, they knew that nothing was gonna happen. Like, while he was choking his brother out, he wasn't on guard. He had his hand in his pocket, smiling, not even, you know, knowing that nothing was gonna happen to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was not worried about, you know what I'm saying, no retaliation.
Right.
So that's how much they know. He was probably thinking about, like, yeah, I'm gonna get my vacation. You know what I'm saying? Paid leave is coming. You know what I'm saying? Thinking like this. So like he had no remorse and didn't even care of. He didn't have no fear of any danger or nothing happening to him because he know that none of our people are so terrified. You know what I'm saying? That they're not gonna do nothing to him, man. And it was absolutely terrible and it's heartbreaking, man. You know what I'm saying?
You so right. If I could, I just wanted to, I got a couple more questions, then we'll be off of it. We'll be done with it. But I want to play a little bit of your video because you was dropping some heavy, you know what I mean? Excuse my language, some heavy shit. And I want to show everybody. And also, you can find, I'm gonna play a couple of minutes from the video. And for everybody that's watching, you can find it on ISUPK Minnesota or Minneapolis, Salakia, Minneapolis. ISUPK Minneapolis. You know, subscribe, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and get it on. All right, so I'm gonna play a little bit of the video. If y'all could just bear with me just a couple seconds. All right, shalom. He did cry for his mom. What you say? That's right. All right, so I'm gonna leave it there. Hold on. So lock in. That's right. Y'all still on?
Yeah, I'm still on.
Yeah. You right, man. You gotta have that anger, not the kind of anger that say, okay, I'm gonna go shoot the mall up, or I'm gonna go shoot the movies up, or the goddamn Ariana Grande concert. The kind of mad that's gonna say, you know what, I'm not gonna drink none of this lean, man, no more, man. I'm gonna put this weed down. I'm not gonna have sex with white women. You know, that's one of the biggest things that we suffer in America, man. You know what I mean? Is these goddamn white women. You know, so you know that's the kind of mad, like you said, is the kind of mad that you should be. The kind of mad that is gonna make you want to change yourself. You know what I'm saying? And one thing too, I noticed too, if I could, QADASH, like I had watched a video earlier, right? And the lady was like, y'all need to cut all this stuff out. Y'all need to cut all this foolishness out. You know, it was a black lady, of course. Hey, y'all need to cut all this foolishness out. I was talking to the family, and they said that, you know, he wouldn't even want y'all to be doing none of this stuff. You know, right there, I just be like, look, if I ever get killed, man, in the city, and the city is burning this shit down for me, please do not get up there and say that I wouldn't have wanted it. Like, it just seems like, you know, it just seems like that's like the right thing. Like every old head got to get up there and say that this isn't what they would have wanted. And she said, one thing she said too, QADASH, she said, let's not play judge and jury. Let's not play judge and jury. Let's get the facts first. So it's like, well, goddamn, she must not have saw the video.
Right. And you hit on it earlier, like we had something really about, like that's their MO. Like, you know, earlier, like back when they killed the brother, you know, Philando Castile, and they was over there, they brought in Jesse Jackson. You know, I remember when, you know, Corneliala, you know, Corneliala blazed on him at that time. But he came down there, like you said, and locked them in the suit, talking about, look at your arms, hold your arms out. Now grab yourself and squeeze yourself. Arms is for hugging, not for fighting. I said, what? I'm talking about, I put a spell on that crowd, man.
That's
and when he left, the crowd went from being angry to twerking. You know, dancing. It was absolutely disgusting, man. So, you know, right now, like I said, we got out there and was able to put a little bit of the fear of the Lord in them, give them some courage. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? They made some people stand up. We got, you know, mad brothers, you know, calling the school. You know what I'm saying? I said, it was crazy when we started. You know what I'm saying? The brothers, you know, people, you know, swarmed us. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you know, that's, you know, our protocol on, you know how we do things very, you know, it's our protocol and thing, but it happened like that. You know, my brother still strong as lion, and you know, and we blazed, man.
Yeah,
you know
man.
And it was absolutely glorious, and you know, I just look forward to. So like you said, this is just the beginning, man. You know, we told them plagues was coming. You know what I'm saying? Kept managing how we been prophesying this is going to be plagues come, the plagues came. Now the time for the death and destruction is coming, and it's on the way, man. And what side are you going to be on? You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's just what time it is. The time to choose up, man. Yeah, right. That's what they say. I'll tell y'all later. Get out and lay down, man.
Get out and lay down. That's you. You so right. You so right. So my last question would be for both of y'all is that, you know, what should we learn? What should we learn from this pandemic? What should we learn from, you know, these injustices that we continue to face, you know, at the hands of the oppressor? You know, so like, what should we take from all of this? You know, for somebody that you know might not know what their next move should be. So, you know, could you tell people, you know, what should we learn from this and what should be our next move?
Okay, that was for me right now?
Yeah. Actually, both of y'all, you know what
okay.
I mean?
Okay. All right, no, that's what I will. No, I tell you, well, the thing is, you know, it's like I was just, you know, just keep going on that. It's time to change. You know what I'm saying? You've been doing the same thing you've always done. You know what I'm saying? You drug the gang bang. You broke busted and discussed gang banging. You know, broke starving and gang banging. Prostitution, hoes, drugs. You've done all the drugs. You've had sex with all the whores. You beat up all the brothers, shot and killed your own people enough. You know what I'm saying? What it has to do, you have to try something different. You know what I'm saying? It's time to try something different. It's time to give, you know what I'm saying, really try and find out how to get the Lord on your side so you can be protected by the Most High. Okay, then like there's really time for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling them out there, it's not a coincidence that we can go into every city, all these countries all over the earth that we in and blaze on these people and call them the devil to their face and let them know that they're going to be put to death and they're going to be put in chains and their kingdom is coming to an end. And we don't get choked out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't get, because the Lord is with us. You know what I'm saying? And it's that time. And it's time for brothers and sisters to come into the UPK, change their lives, give their life to the Most High, and really learn how to serve the Lord, get back to their law, get back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, you know, get back to your customs and your culture, and learn how to protect yourself and your community so we can get up out of this hell. That's the next move. That's right. That's the cure for the COVID-19. It's the cure for police brutality and terrorism. It's the cure for, you know what I'm saying, abortions. It's the cure for drug addiction. It's the cure for whoredom. That is the only solution. You've done everything else. You've been doing everything else. Your grandma was a stripper. Your mama was a stripper. Your daddy was a drug dealer. Your granddaddy was a drug dealer. It's time to break the cycle. It's time to do something different. It's time to, you know what I mean, join our you became a commander general hunter. That's the next move, and that's the best move.
That's right, man. I think we're gonna leave it right there. You know what I mean? I think we're gonna leave it right there. You know what I mean? Because you just you just dropped it so heavy. You know, and that's exactly what we need in this this whole, you know, mess that's going on in America right now. We need brothers that's gonna stand up, that's gonna affect that change, man. But first, like you know, what the brothers brought out through this whole, you know, show is that, you know, it has to start with you, man. You gotta change. You know what I mean, to affect that change. And so it doesn't mean, you know, that you can be mad about what's going on, but you still want to be a part of America. You know what I'm saying? You still want to be a part of it, and you still want to, you know, do what you want to do, but you still want to be mad. You can't do both. You can't serve your people and serve America, because you're going to hate one or the other, and because you can't serve two masters. And you're not going to hate America because America gives you everything that you want. So you're going to hate your people as a byproduct, man. So I want to say, you know, thank you to MATAZAPAH. I want to say thank you to QADASH ZAYAN, man. Hell of a job out there in Minneapolis, Minnesota, man. Look, man, I might even have to come over there, man, and come check it out, man, and use some of this time that I got that coming up. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I can get on a flight now for $30. So it might even be the best move to come on out there for a day or two.
Hey, come on with it, man. You ain't gonna have to worry about nothing. You know we got you, man. It'll be an honor to have you out down here. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta worry about, you know, you grab that $30. Even if you need, you know, we'll grab a $30 ticket, so we can love to have you down here, man.
All right, word.
Congratulations on the amazing work y'all brothers doing down there. Y'all doing amazing work down there in Delaware, man. Y'all doing it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's glorious to see. You know what I'm saying? I'm honored to be a part of this, a part of knowing you brothers, man. And whenever y'all ready, let me know. You know, the Warrior Achievement is gonna be ready. We got y'all down here.
That's right, man. That's right, man. Likewise, too, man. And with that being said, man, y'all have a good night, man. Look, tune in. Like we ain't even got no specific time that we do it. We just do it whenever we get the feeling to do it.
Oh,
but
Salakia. Salakia, if I could, speaking of coming down right now. I want to say, you know, congratulations to Captain Bond. He just had his, you know, his baby down here in Minnesota with his live down here. He's going to be teaching class down at Captain Bond over Detroit, second in command in the Midwest. He's down here in Minnesota. He's going to be rocking out class tomorrow, you know, from 5 to 7. Central Standard Time, you know what I'm saying? I think that'll be like, over there on y'all time, I think that's 6 o'clock over there.
Okay.
And so on Eastern Standard Time at 6 o'clock, the Captain LeBron is down here in Minnesota in the building. Just had his firstborn son, you know what I'm saying? So congratulations to Cap on that, and that's what's going on tomorrow, man.
Oh, most high in Christ, man. So y'all, if y'all in that area, man, get over there, man. Or if you on YouTube or whatever, tune in. Also, man, you can check out the new channel. Subscribe, and share, man, the videos or whatever. We got a new channel called Applied Pressure T.Y.N Network. So if you go to that channel, man, just like and subscribe. We building it from the ground up. We're gonna get all organic subscribers. We're not paying for no subscribers, because if you pay for subscribers, you pay for 1,000 subscribers and then you get 2 views on your damn video. It just doesn't even match up. So we're gonna get all organic subscribers, man. It's gonna be a long hustle, but we're gonna hustle it out, man. So with that being said, man, everybody have a good night, man, and make sure y'all stay tuned for the next one. All right, peace.
Thanks.